Hi everyone. In this video we are learning how to turn percentages into fractions. So before you watch this video, it's very important that you've seen the other video on the YouTube channel where we've turned fractions into percentages. So okay, this one we're just doing it the other way around, and this is quite simple. So let's take a look. Let's think back to the work that we did in the last video. So when we turned, let's say a fraction like 3/5, 3/5, we turned it into a percentage, and as you know, percent means out of 100. And remember, the number that turns 5 into 100 is 20. Okay, we're just revising, we're just reminding ourselves of the work we did previously in turning fractions into percentages. So 5 times 20 is 100, and whatever we multiply the bottom by, we need to do the same to the top. So because we multiply the bottom by 20, because it's a friendly number, we multiply the top by 20 as well, and 3 times 20 is 60. Okay, so that gave us 60%. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So let's say, for example, we were given a percentage like this. Okay, so forget about this one now. We're given percentage 60%, and we're told we have to turn this into a fraction. So 60% means 60 out of 100. Okay, sorry about the one, looks a bit weird. So 60% means 60 out of 100, and what we can do is we've turned this into a fraction, but you should always simplify your fractions until they get to their most simplest form. And we can divide top and bottom by a number. We can divide top and bottom by the same number, which is 10. And we can divide the bottom by 10 as well. The reason I chose 10 is because 10 goes into 60 and 10 goes into 100 as well. So I wouldn't choose 3, for example, because I can divide 60 by 3, but I can't divide 100 by 3. So 60 divided by 10 is 6. 100 divided by 10 is 10. This is a simpler form of this, but I can go even easier. I can even make this even more simple. I can divide top and bottom by 2, because 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. And that's the fraction that we started off here. We just went in the other direction. Okay, so if you manage to get that just by watching it once, you're gonna practice it in a second. We're gonna do a couple more examples, and then I'm gonna get you to pause the video and try your own. But if you got the hang of that, that's brilliant. If you didn't, just go back and watch this section again, the last 2-3 minutes again, and hopefully it'll become a little bit more clearer for you. But in the meantime, let's take a look at another 1 or 2 more examples. Okay, let's have a look at these two. This is 70%. 70% means 70 out of 100. Now we have to simplify. We've turned the percentage into a fraction, but we have to simplify this. So the clue here, like we did in the last one, is because they both end in 0, we can divide the top and bottom by 10. So 70 divided by 10 is 7. 100 divided by 10 is 10. Now let me think, is there another number I can divide 7 and 10 by to make this fraction even more simple? So I can divide 10 by 2, but I can't divide 7 by 2. Remember, the top and bottom have to be divided by the same number. So can I divide top and bottom by 2? The answer is no. Can I divide top and bottom by 3? The answer is no. 4? No. 5? No. So the truth is, this would be my final answer, because I cannot simplify this anymore. So 70% is 7/10 or 7/10 as a fraction. Here's another one. Let's do 40%. So as you know now, 40% means 40 out of 100. They both end in 0. We can divide top and bottom by 10 because they both end in 0. 40 divided by 10 is 4. 100 divided by 10 is 10. This is a far simpler fraction than this one, but something tells me I can make this even more simple. If I start dividing top and bottom by 2, that's my magic number, 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And let me think, can I divide top and bottom by 2 again? Nope. By 3, by 4? Nope. So this is my final answer. That means 40% as a fraction is 2/5. So now I'd like you to try these two. We have 80%. This is question number 1. This is question number 2. Let's do another one as well, just to be, here's a challenge one for you, okay? Let's see how clever you think you are. You're quite clever, let's see. So do 85% as well. So if you're feeling confident, have a go. Pause the video. If you're still a little bit rusty, go back. Just watch the last 2 examples again. What you might want to do is maybe try the first one and then unpause the video and make sure you're on the right track. Or you can try all 3 of these. But I mean, I suggest you try the first one, unpause it, watch me do it, and then see if your answers match mine. If your answers do match mine, then go ahead and try question number 2 and question number 3. Right, pause the video, have a go, and we'll meet back here in a minute. Okay, so you've had a go. 80% means 80 out of 100. Again, the hint, they both end in 0. That means I can divide top and bottom by 10. That divided by 10 is 8. That divided by 10 is 10. Can I make this more simple? Yes, I can. I can divide top and bottom by 2. So 8 divided by 2. Divided by 2. I should probably write that here as well. Divided by 10. So divided by 2 is 4. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. And this is my final answer. I hope you got that right. If you didn't, don't worry. Just look at where you went wrong and look at how I worked it out. And let's do this one now. 45%. First thing is to write it as a fraction, then simplify it. So 45 divided by 100. Now let's think, is there a number I can divide top and bottom by, starting with 2? So I can divide 100 by 2 and I'll get 50, but I can't divide 45 by 2 because I'm going to get a decimal. I can divide 45 by 3, it'll give me 15, but I can't do 100 divided by 3 because it makes 33.33333. I can divide 100 by 4, but I can't divide 45 by 4, but I can divide top and bottom by 5. So 5 is my magic number. So 45 divided by 5 is 9. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Can I divide this again? The answer is no. So this would be my final answer. And this was a challenge one. So the first thing we do is we do 85 divided by 100. And then we think, I can't divide top and bottom by 2. Can't divide them both by 3. Can't divide both by 4. I can divide both by 5. Actually, when you know that a number ends in a 0, or if it ends in a 5, you should know that you can divide it by 5. That will save you a lot of time. So 85 divided by 5 is 17. Like if you don't know how to do division, if you don't know how to do this, 85 divided by 5. Okay, I'm sure there's another video related to this one. But in the meantime, if you did this correctly, you'd work out. This is the bus stop method. Maybe I'll make another video about that in another time. But 85 divided by 5 is 17, and 100 divided by 5 is 20. So this would be my final answer. So that's how we turn percentages into fractions. Another important thing you need to know as well is that not all fractions, not all percentages can be simplified. So for example, if you had, let's say you had 21%, okay? So the first thing you do is you do 21 over 100, and then think, can I simplify top and bottom by a number? The answer is no, because you can't divide top and bottom by 2. You can't divide them both by 3. You can divide that by 3, but you can't divide this by 3. You've got to find a number that you can divide top and bottom by. It's got to be the same number. Can't divide top and bottom by anything, so the answer is just 21 over 100. So this would be your final answer. Okay, so I hope this video was useful, and I look forward to seeing you in another one.